Hello, I'm Newlands and welcome to another episode of Performance Marketing Insider. Today I'm speaking to Wendy Lea from GetSatisfaction. They have just produced a fascinating piece of research if you're looking at driving sales and driving transactions online. What they found is that while many consumers are on Facebook, they are on Twitter, they are on Pinterest, and they're engaging and possibly sometimes they're talking about brands, they prefer to actually engage on sites and connect on sites, on the actual company sites, to talk about products. Wendy, tell me more. Why did you commission this report and what's really the gist of it?
Oh, okay, no problem. So we commissioned the report. Well, let's start with GetSatisfaction. It's a customer engagement platform. Our community application it can be used anywhere your customers are. And that's a significant theme I'm going to talk about when I get into our findings. This is important because online activity is stronger than it's ever been. 1 billion now, or almost a billion inside Facebook. And so with that change in consumer behavior, you want to make sure that engagement takes on the right kind of flavor throughout the life cycle or the journey of a customer. So traditionally, we understand full well the need for advertising, very creative advertising, campaigns, contests, that kind of broadcasting, engaging investment that's being made more effectively than ever now. Inside social networks from Pinterest to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you name it, that's all a good thing. What we are trying to help marketers, your audience, do a better job of is take the last mile of engagement. And what we mean by that is once you have built up your audience, exactly as you said, and we're investing millions, all of us, millions in doing that. You get your Twitter handles organized, you get your fan page tricked out, you get your social publishing platform, Buddy Media, Vitru, whatever, you get that plugged in, you get it all ready to go, you build your audience, and then we want to make sure the yellow brick road comes back to the website. Now let's stay on the website for a moment, because if I'm in your audience, that is an asset I own. As much as I love tricking out the fan page inside Facebook, I own that web asset. That is my #1 tool. If I'm a commerce site, it is it, right?
Right.
We want to make sure that marketers understand how that consumers want the website. They want the website to be they want it to be more social. They don't necessarily want their social networks to be more branded, right? When they come to your site to research products and eventually buy and then tell others that they have, you want to be able to capture those conversations as many places on the site as possible. Now, this is very important, that all community products don't do that very well, right? We just know they don't. They weren't designed to do that. The one that GetSatisfaction has designed and launched, and now we're into year 5 and we have 3,000 paying customers, it can be chunked up and opened up and embedded any place you want on the website. So here's some examples. It could be on the homepage, great. It could be on a product page, even better. I'm going to come back to that. It could be on a landing page for a very cool campaign, even better. It could be on your service and support page. So that's important because those are doors. Those are doors that are open. So if I'm a marketer, let's make sure the door is open on the fan page. A community door is open. So social media starts there, yellow brick road back to the website. And then on the website, you want all those doors to be open too, right? As many, and you want it to be contextualized for the consumer at that place in your website, right? This is not a tab that says forum. It's not that kind of world, right? We're done with that. So this is contextualized opening that's inviting, that encourages public conversation to happen. And the more conversations, the better, because in the report, and I would encourage your audience to read the report, it says, look, I'll be an advocate for you, Miss Brand or Mr. Brand, as long as I find people like me at every stage of the journey, and when I find them, content is being exchanged that is relevant to where I am in that part of the cycle. And so connect me with my peeps, right? Make sure that that content is rich and relevant. And by the way, I want the company to be there too. This is very interesting. It's not that I want this to be some, independent hashtag community flying around in space. There's a time for that. But in this case, when I'm researching products and services and I'm going to buy and signal that I am, I want the company to be involved. I don't use jargon in the community, but I want them to be involved. So the summary of what I would say to marketers is in our report. One is create a community that has happening through social media. Very important. Not just Facebook, but all the social media platforms. That's important. Number two, make sure that your website is as social as those other places you're advertising in from the social web standpoint. And I don't mean just the Twitter handle and the Facebook friend sign. That doesn't make it social. That just says that you know who those social networks are. You have to really create that experience. Number three is let's make sure that you leverage the community to turn your best customers into advocates. And the reason they'll do that is because you have brought them together, and the stickiness of them being together is not just you, but the conversations being exchanged between them.
Excellent. And if people want to connect with you, how do they do that?
They can connect with me at my Twitter. I think my Twitter handle is the best. It's Wendy S. Lea, L-E-A.
Excellent. Wendy, thank you very much. I'm Murray Newlands. You've been watching Performance Marketing Insider TV. I look forward to seeing you next time.